3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Steph with you on this fantastic Friday, getting ready for the big, long Memorial Day weekend. Man, it's so nice to finally have a 3-day weekend. I don't know about you.
I know, we've been working so hard lately. Just so
hard,
busy.
always at work. Never, have any time to ourselves. I'm super happy.
Well, the thing is, lately we just never get to spend time at home.
Right.
You know, just be home.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to thank everyone who joined me last night for Live with Puff, the Megan Farrell experience. It was fun. A lot of original songs, which is definitely interesting, different than we've done before. So if you like her, I posted the link to her Facebook page on that Live with Puff post, so check that out. Before we get into what we're going to talk about today, I saw something very strange today. I want to get your take on it. Just driving around, doing some errands, go into a store, and I see a guy wearing a mask. Not a big deal. We see people wearing masks all the time now. As a matter of fact, we're wearing masks. This guy's mask was the smallest mask I've ever seen. It was like 2 fingers across his mouth. That's it.
Does that count?
It says face coverings. I don't think nobody went up to him. Nobody stopped him from being there. But if he just opened his mouth this wide, the mask would have gone inside his mouth. It wasn't covering his nose, and he was a little bit older guy, and he had this look on his face like, please, someone come up and talk to me about how my mask is not right. He's waiting for someone. You could tell that he was just doing it because everyone told him he had to wear one, and he found the smallest possible thing he could and put it over his face.
So you think he was looking for some kind of attention?
I don't know if he was looking for attention as much as he was just like, fine, I'll do it your way.
Right, proving his point.
Right, I'll be just fine. I'm wearing this. I mean, it was so thin. I'm not even joking when I say it was 2, 3 at the most fingers, just like this, right over his mouth. It was.
He's like, but I'm wearing it. Are you happy? I have a face covering.
Pretty much. They're supposed to cover your nose too, because you can obviously shoot the virus out your nose and get it up your nose. So, it does defeat the purpose of the mask, but technically he wasn't, breaking any rules. And, maybe this is going to lead to other people maybe just wearing it on their head. You know what I mean? I'm wearing my face covering. You don't say I have to wear it properly. All it says is wear face covering. It doesn't say it has to cover your face. What if I kind of shot it through my arms and wore it as a one boob bra?
It's a face covering.
It's a face covering. Yeah, absolutely. I
saw a guy.
Good, what?
Sorry, I saw a guy at Giant the other day who he must have not had a mask or just forgotten it. He had an entire hooded sweatshirt tied around his face. And he just tied the arms, and I was it does the job. It was covering his mouth and his nose.
It's gonna be so hot.
Breathe?
Yeah, it's gonna be so hot and can't breathe. How do you not have at this point, how do you not have a face mask of some kind? How is that your face mask? A bandana,
right?
Something.
Right. How did you get to that point?
Maybe got everything delivered and finally I have to go out. Who knows?
Probably. He was probably avoiding it.
We're all on edge. We've talked about this before. And here's another we're on edge story. During an argument in St. Petersburg, Florida, a man threw a piece of raw chicken at his wife, striking her in the back of the head. He was arrested.
Ew. That's assault. That is assault.
Police say Thomas Reese got mad, took a piece of raw chicken, threw it at his 34-year-old spouse. The chicken part hit her in the back of the head. Wife gathered up his clothes in a laundry basket and placed them by the front door. Oh, she didn't throw it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Telling him that he had to leave. He then allegedly tossed the basket across the room, striking his wife with the laundry basket. Okay, here now it get worse. He's 6'4", 274 pounds.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yeah, he's a beast of a man. He was arrested for domestic battery, which he should have been. I'm not happy this happened. I hope his wife is okay. But I really just wish there was a camera there when he threw a piece of raw chicken at her, right? It hit her. I just want to see her reaction this is wrong on so many levels.
Right. And the fact that she composed herself and like gently put all his stuff in a laundry basket and put it by the door. Like she's got some real like self-control.
100% right. Because if anyone did that to me, I'd be like, I'd probably make that noise a little bit. What are you doing? It's raw chicken. So now I'm worried about COVID
Right.
and salmonella. Not
Exactly.
cool.
But she just composed herself.
No, I would have made awful noises. I would have thrown his clothes out in the yard. I mean, at least she was like, hey, here are your clothes, leave. And then he took it to another level and threw a laundry basket at her. He's got anger problems. Who throws raw chicken at people? That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That to me, like we talk about things that would bother us in the haunted houses you go to over Halloween, whether it's, Field of Screams or whatever. Like what bothers you? It's the chainsaws bother you, right? And then the thing that squishes you together, you know what I mean? When we went last time, I like opened it up for you and you like followed close. I was like
Yep, I was screaming.
I was your fullback. I was your blocker. That would bother me if it was like a guy with like 2 raw chicken breasts clapping them together at me.
Should Field of Screams add that to one of their attractions?
It's like Terry, the raw chicken breast guy, just clapping them at you.
Oh, not Terry.
He could be anywhere.
Yeah, that's disturbing. Yep, that would do it.
All right, time for a what would you do moment. A Virginia family out for a ride got a change of scenery to get a change of scenery after being holed up, with everything going on. Found nearly $1 million in 2 bags laying in the road.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen to me when I go get out of the house for a drive.
No, a mom, a dad, along with their 2 boys, drove their pickup truck over what they thought was a bag of trash, but was like it made a big bump, and they're like, I don't even know why they're driving over it in the first place. Like, just swerve, bruh. But anyway, they stopped, picked it up, as well as another bag nearby. They tossed the bags in the back of their pickup and kept riding. Only when they returned home did they discover the bags contained money, plastic baggies of bills addressed with something that said Cash Vault, which is the name of a banking deposit service. They contacted their sheriff's office. They sent deputies to the home and determined the money totaled nearly $1 million. Police would not say they specifically knew where the money was going, but are still trying to figure out how it ended up in the middle of the road. All right, Steph.
Right, so many questions.
You find $1 million in a couple duffel bags. What do you do? Nobody knows you. Nobody's watching you. Nobody sees that you have it. It's $1 million. What do you do?
See, I would love to think that I would just like immediately call the police, but that is so tempting to at least take like some money out. Like when you got student loans built up and you're thinking, this could pay off my student loans.
Right. We're missing $1 million. Don't you mean $850,000?
Technically.
To me personally, I would turn it in. But I'm gonna be completely honest. If I knew I could get away with it, I would probably keep it. The problem is, what do you do with $1 million in cash?
Right.
Like, what do you can't just deposit it. I can't take it to the bank and just be like, all right, well, fill out a deposit slip. You could do that for a couple $100. You can't do that for $1 million. Red flags go off everywhere. All of a sudden, the IRS or the FBI hanging out in your home. It's like, all right, which drug cartel are you working for? This is like Ozarks all over the place here.
Right. The people at the bank might ask some questions about how you got that money.
Right, and I can't go to the car dealership and just buy a car in cash because that sets off red flags. I mean, all you can really do is kind of like keep it under your bed and just make small purchases your whole life. Right? You go out to the bar with your friends whenever we're allowed to do that again. I got this round, guys. Oh, Puff, you're so cool. I know. Little do they know, it's just a small little chunk of that $1 million I have in a giant mayonnaise jar underneath my bed.
That would be pretty sweet. The dream.
Coming up next, we're going to ask you that question, by the way. What would you do if you found a random $1 million? We're going to ask you that question on Facebook. Next, what have you learned about yourself during this whole quarantine, shelter in place type thing. Have you grown as a person? We'll talk about it next.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Everyone is going through something right now, and we're all in this together. That's why CBD American Shaman of PA is looking out for you and your health. During this trying time, CBD American Shaman of PA is focused on safety and the needs of their customers. That's why right now they're offering curbside pickup along with home deliveries. Let American Shaman help you manage these stressful times. To find out how to get high-quality CBD products and a free bottle of Shaman cleansing gel without even leaving your car or home, visit hempashealth.com.
Hey honey, how are the taxes going?
Pretty good. Let's see. We either get $800 back or we owe $4,000.
I think we should call H&R Block.
Let's face it, taxes can be confusing and the laws seem to change every year. Let the professionals at your local H&R Block take the worry out of your tax season. H&R Block in Dillsburg, Newville, Biglerville, Fairfield, and Gettysburg have been owned by the same family for over 50 years, and they've been there for every tax law change along the way. Don't leave money on the table. File your taxes confidently with H&R Block.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
When I say we're all in this together, I actually really do mean it because we're all going through the same thing, really. I mean, whether or not you're rich or poor, or you have a family, or you live by yourself, we're all kind of grouped into this thing where we're not allowed to live our lives. A lot of us aren't allowed to work. We're not allowed to go to work. We're not allowed to see our friends. We're not allowed to see our family. And it really, like I said, it really doesn't matter if you're wealthy or you're not. You're kind of stuck in the same place. And we have a lot of time to ourselves. We have a lot of time, at least in my mind, like in my situation, I have a lot of time up here with my own thoughts, which can be scary. But I think we can all learn a little bit about ourselves during this time. Learn maybe what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, what we're capable of, maybe what we're not capable of.
Wow, that's really...
Yeah, I think it's, you can look within yourself and realize, like, wow, I have some legit weaknesses going on with all this that maybe I can fix. Maybe I can use this time well and develop as a human being. I think I have. I think we have, actually, as a show, as a podcast, as a service to people. We're trying out new things and giving away different prizes. We're helping out businesses. I think we're growing as a podcast and as a show, as a network, if you will. And I think individually we could be growing as well. So I ask you this question. What have you learned about yourself during the coronavirus? And I've been thinking about this. I didn't tell you we were going to do this, so you haven't had as much time to think about it as I have. But here's what I've learned. I don't really have hobbies. I don't have hobbies. Like my wife, she does cross-stitching and she can sit down for hours and do this cross-stitching thing and she enjoys it. I think it's just kind of busy work she can do with her hands, and it turns out to be this beautiful piece of art, basically, and she cross-stitches. And
she's super talented, yeah.
Yeah, right? So other people are really into video games. I like video games, but I'm not really sitting down for hours playing it. I don't make it a huge part of my life. I wouldn't even call that a hobby. I don't really do anything, which leads me to the second thing that I learned about myself. I am unbelievably work dependent.
You are. I knew that about you.
I need to work so much all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy my work. I don't know if it would be the same thing, if I would feel the same way if I was doing something else. If I was doing just a normal, busy work, I don't know, that some people do. Maybe they like it. I don't. I'd go crazy. I have to be creative, but it's all work dependent. I've learned that about myself. But I'm also proud of myself because I haven't gone crazy yet. But we're getting there.
Right, but you have to stay busy. You always like to be busy. I've noticed that about you.
I think it's important that we stay, I don't know, our minds stay sharp. And I'm always thinking about the next show or the next music video or the next, thing we're going to do, the next feature we're going to add, what businesses we can partner with. I'm always trying to do that. And I've been that way for a long time.
Right.
Have you learned anything about yourself during this time?
I like to stay busy too, and despite the quarantine, I've been really busy, even on days when I feel like I don't have anything going on. I actually also don't really have hobbies other than, I guess, working out, if that's a hobby. And I've really, really missed being able to go to the gym. But I go crazy if I go a few days without working out. So being able to go outside and run or just do something really keeps me sane. Also, I learned that I'm okay with downtime. I love going out and being social and being with my friends, but through all this, it's been over 2 months now, and I'm totally okay with just laying on the couch and watching Netflix at night. I'm good with it.
I think some of that is quarantine. I think some of that is getting older, old age. I don't want to say because you're not old, but that people experience, their 20s, and it's awesome, and they go out all the time. And they hang out with friends, and they do whatever they do when they go out. And then, no lie, right around your 30s, you're like, that couch is looking really comfortable. Oh, man, yeah. If I could just sit on that couch with that blanket, maybe eat some food, watch a movie. Oh, that's great. Steph, you want to go out tonight? Sorry, guys, I have plans.
I got big plans.
So
yeah, I'm all about going out and being social, but I do love that downtime.
A lot of people don't really realize that until their late 20s or early 30s. You're a little ahead of the curve on that one. And when this is all over, what do you think you're going to do? Are you going to make a break for it and spend as much time with people as you can? Or are you going to take it easy?
I think that I'll definitely be ready to be going out and hanging out with friends again. And I think I'll be doing a lot of that, but I still enjoy, even on a Friday or Saturday night, just staying home and not doing anything. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to normal life.
Yeah, I think we all are. Which leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. Did you hear, and we don't get political on the show. We didn't really get political on the radio show for a reason, but this is now starting to get a little bit ridiculous. Did you hear the latest from our governor, Tom Wolf? He said that big gatherings aren't going to happen until there's a vaccine.
What? Okay, no, I didn't hear that. I must have missed that.
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. He said, I don't see any big gatherings happening, concerts or anything, until we find a vaccine. To which I replied, I thought it was flatten the curve. It was 15 days to flatten the curve, and now it's find a vaccine. Come on.
Right, he's changing it.
Stop changing it. That's going to affect everything. That's going to affect baseball. It's going to affect going to concerts in Hershey. I mean, there's not going to be any concerts this year in Hershey at all. Yeah, I'm sad too. But I don't know. I just have a feeling we're never going to be rid of this thing. This thing's going to be with us forever. So what do? Do we just give in when there's other places out there that are not giving in and living their life? I'll give you a perfect example. Florida and Georgia have both pretty much opened up. I don't want to say fully, but they've opened up a lot more than we have, and they're not seeing an uptick. Florida's been open for weeks. Georgia's been open for almost a month, and they haven't seen an uptick in cases.
Right, and I saw that Ohio opened up, and they were all out at bars last weekend, acting normal.
Yeah. I mean, it's forever, maybe not forever, but at least in the next year or two, maybe it's going to change how things are done, but I don't know. I was a little upset when I saw that from the governor. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a politics guy in terms of this show. I don't really like talking about it, but not a fan, Tom Wolf. Not a fan. We should get him on the show, have him explain himself.
I'm sure he'd love to come on.
Oh,
yeah, I'm worried that it's going to be a really, really long time before things can be back to normal, because there's going to be a lot of people who are very paranoid and like don't trust other people anymore.
That's a good point. I mean, okay, let's just say it's a couple months and they've opened up some bars. What are you going to do if you go to a bar and you're right around someone, like a guy who coughs? Are you going to like look at him weird? Like, are we gonna start looking at people strange if they cough or sneeze or something in public?
I think that's going to become the norm, is like judging everybody around you. Yeah, I really do think that. I think so.
Hey, how was it going out the other night, Mike? Oh, it was terrible. I got kicked out of a bar. What? Did you get into a fight? No, I sneezed.
Everybody was mad at me. I don't know.
Just kicked me right at the bar. Bouncer picked me up and just lifted me out. It was crazy. Put me right in the back of an ambulance. It's nuts. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes. Is this a good way to get back at your boyfriend? I don't know.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Everyone is going through something right now, and we're all in this together. That's why CBD American Shaman of PA is looking out for you and your health. During this trying time, CBD American Shaman of PA is focused on safety and the needs of their customers. That's why right now they're offering curbside pickup along with home deliveries. Let American Shaman help you manage these stressful times. To find out how to get high-quality CBD products and a free bottle of Shaman cleansing gel without even leaving your car or home, visit hempishealth.com.
Hey, honey, how are the taxes going?
Pretty good. Let's see. We either get $800 back or we owe $4,000.
I think we should call H&R Block.
Let's face it, taxes can be confusing and the laws seem to change every year. Let the professionals at your local H&R Block take the worry out of your tax season. H&R Block in Dillsburg, Newville, Biglerville, Fairfield, and Gettysburg have been owned by the same family for over 50 years, and they've been there for every tax law change along the way. Don't leave money on the table. File your taxes confidently with H&R Block.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
I don't know if this is a good way to get back at a boyfriend. Steph, have you ever gotten back at a boyfriend before who's wronged you?
Kind of one time, but it wasn't really like me. Like, it wasn't like physical or anything.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this story, and I want you to tell me if it was better or worse than what you did. You don't have to tell us what you did, but just this story's weird. And as a woman, I want you to tell me what you think about it. A heartbroken woman in China punished her ex-boyfriend who cheated on her by sending him a ton of onions. The ex-girlfriend was devastated after being dumped by her partner of over a year. She ordered literally a ton of red onions to be delivered to her ex-boyfriend's front door with a note that read, "I've cried for 3 days and now it's your turn."
But maybe he's just going to cook with them. Like, maybe the dude likes onions.
There's a lot of onions. The instructions were not to contact the receiver, just dump the onions at the front door. The delivery man repeatedly spent over 4 hours moving all the onions from the truck to the man's door. A picture released by Chinese media shows the cheating boyfriend looking at a huge pile of onions. The ex-boyfriend later told the media that he broke up with the woman due to her over-the-top behaviors. You think?
That seems to check out. That checks out.
All right, so this woman sent her ex-boyfriend a ton. Not just saying, "Oh, I got a ton of homework." No, literally 2,000 pounds of onions.
Oh my!
That's a
gosh.
ton, right?
That's
2,000
so
pounds.
much
Yeah,
effort.
that's a ton.
It sounds right to me.
Yeah. So okay, Steph, this costs her
That's awful.
a lot of money. I don't know.
Yeah.
It cost her a lot of money, a lot of time. Cost this dude 4 hours to move it from his truck to his front door. Is this a good way to get back at a boyfriend?
No. I mean, I guess it does create an inconvenience for him because then he has to deal with all the onions. But I feel like it's just a waste of your money, honestly. That's a lot of money.
And it's a waste of onions, too. Like, that's food that's probably being wasted. Unless that dude... See, what that dude needs to do... I don't know how things work in China, but what that dude needs to get to do is donate all of it to food shelters or food banks or things like that. And just make himself look like the good guy so that everyone, like, is like, oh, my God, she must have been a monster.
Yes, he could like set them all somewhere in like a public parking lot and like put out an announcement. Hey, if any of you guys want onions, like I got a bunch of free food. He could do good stuff.
I think he could. And even if he's not a good person, I mean, it looks like he cheated on this girl. It still would make him look like a good person.
Right, he could come out on top.
Public perception is very
I
important.
think it's kind of waste.
What'd you say?
What?
I said public perception is important.
Right. I just said I think it's kind of a waste on her part. Like, I don't really think it's good revenge.
But he made her cry for 3 days. Now it's his turn.
It's your turn.
All right, speaking of food, check this out. Are you excited that Pringles are coming out with chips that taste like corn on the cob with butter?
I love corn on the cob, yes.
Yeah, okay. Pringles is introducing sweet corn flavor. The chips incorporate the flavors of sweet and salty fresh corn, cooked corn, and creamy butter. And they'll be out very, very soon. This is a real thing.
My only issue with Pringles is obviously, just like everybody else, it's hard to get the last couple chips out of the can because of the shape. Otherwise, I'm all for it.
You ever see people who just dump them all out at once into like a bowl?
Yeah, but like, what if you don't want to eat all that many at once? You know?
What a stupid question. No, but
That's
no. I mean, you gotta eat. You got little hands. I'm surprised you can't get to the bottom with those tiny little hands you got.
I know. Well, I kind of can, but it gets stuck, and then you get all the like seasoning all over your whole arm.
Oh
and it's
no!
just
And
a
then
whole
God
thing.
forbid you gotta lick your. What do you? Your mom comes downstairs and you're like trying to lick your elbow.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see her. Just had to get to the bottom of the Pringles can, and she's like, "You could have turned it upside down and poured it to a bowl." Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'll remember that for
Good
next
idea.
time. Yeah. All right. Flip the script. Perplexing Puff. Steph says she's got more questions for me to try to figure out. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, guys, I know this coming weekend we are not doing a Sunday Fun Day Spectacular. We're gonna wait a week and move it to next weekend. And when we do, Stump Steph will be a feature, and I'll explain the rules during that. But Stumping Steph will be a feature on the next Sunday Fun Day, which will not be this weekend. It'll be next weekend. We're skipping for Memorial Day. Okay, go ahead.
27% of us do this less often than once a month.
27%.
27% of us only do it less often than once a month.
So 27% of us don't do it once a month. We do it less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, less than once a month. Yeah.
Okay. Does this involve hygiene?
Yeah. Yep.
Like body hygiene, or like
Kind of, but not directly.
wash the sheets?
No. That's a good guess, though.
Oh man, haircut?
No.
What would be moisturize?
Ew, no.
Exfoliate?
No.
Am I close at all with any of these?
Okay, well, like I said with hygiene, you're on the right track, but it's not like directly. It's not like something you do directly to yourself, but it affects your hygiene.
Gotcha.
It's hygiene overall.
Oh man, does it involve food?
No.
Okay. Does it involve a room in your house?
No.
Oh man. Can I get another hint?
It's definitely something you should be doing a lot more often.
Me
But a lot of
personally
people
or
just
us?
think of it. No, just in general, like people should be doing it more often than once a month. You should probably be doing it multiple times a week, if not every day. Realistically.
Dusting?
No.
Okay.
Okay, it's something that you should especially be doing right now with everything going on.
Wiping down your countertops?
No, but you're getting closer.
Cleaning your oven?
Clean your oven every day, Bob.
Clean your microwave?
No.
Getting closer. Oh man. Oh, I almost hit the, sorry. I hit the bell prematurely. Nope, I got it. Move on to the next one. Oh man. Do it less than once a month. We should be doing it almost every day.
Yeah.
What could this be? Is this an easy answer that I should be getting?
Not necessarily, but you're on the right track when you're talking about like cleaning stuff around your house.
Disinfecting your house? Like, no, it's cleaning.
You're like on the right path. You're gonna get it. I know it.
What else? Disinfecting your house, cleaning.
It is cleaning. It's something that you should be cleaning a lot more often.
What should we be cleaning more often? But you said this isn't a specific room.
It's not. This thing is like it goes throughout your entire house. It's not just in one specific room. It's all over the place.
Like cleaning your air vents or something?
No, it's something that gets really, really gross.
What gets really, really, really gross?
It goes with you, like, pretty much everywhere.
Oh, I get what it is. That gave it away. So, you should clean your phone every day?
I mean, if you're going out in public with Corona, I don't.
I'm right.
Trust me, I'm
I'm
not
right,
putting
though.
anybody down. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, oh, you need to do this, because trust me, I don't. I'm just saying I think we all need to, like, I'm not even, it's disgusting. I take it in the bathroom with me. Like, it needs to be cleaned more often.
You know, we're going to end there. That was long enough. I don't want to embarrass myself anymore. Okay.
Are you sure I could give you an easy one?
All right, let's see what an easy one would be. I'm going to screw this up.
All right, what do we got?
Hurry up. I got to go and clean my phone.
Yeah, you do. All right. Americans spend more than $72 billion on this annually.
72 billion? Okay, I was
Yep.
$72 billion on this annually. Clothes?
No. It's a good thing to spend money on.
Pets?
Yes!
Well, honestly, that was my first thought was pets. But I was like, 72 million is a lot of money, so I don't think it's that.
72 billion, because we spoil them because they deserve it.
Yeah. Did I say million? Yeah, I meant billion. All right, friends.
Yeah.
I hope you have a fantastic Memorial Day. We are taking Monday off. We'll be back on Tuesday for more fun. We'll see you then.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.